Our colleague, the CNC reporter Tuba Vilani, is joining us now on the ground. He's been up and about this morning, checking what the situation is like. Good morning again, Tuba. Well, last time when we spoke to you, you were in KwaMashu, still wet there. What does it look like?
Yes, it's not a good morning then here in KwaMashu. We're still here at C section where we've been able to walk into few homes and houses here around us. They were really flooded. Some of the kids in front of me here, they couldn't go to school because their clothes, their school uniforms were flooded, were swept away. But I'm going to get a full update from Lennox Mabaso from the Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in KwaZulu-Natal. You are heading a disasters team in KwaZulu-Natal. Just take us through, since last night, how have you been?
Well, indeed, it is a very sad situation for many communities here. Last night, the MEC for Kokta, MEC Nomsa Dumengube, working together with the Mayor of eThekwini, Councillor Zandile Kumede, and all the councillors, we have been coordinating support in response to the situation that was developing here. We have seen where some of the worst floods that we have ever experienced in this particular area. Indeed, you will recall that Kokta issued a warning on Friday that we were likely to experience localized flooding. So we've been to a number of households right now where we've seen that indeed there is a lot of damage that has been caused in people's assets and properties here. Some of these houses were flooded, but as government, we are doing everything possible to make sure that we are able to respond to the situation. MEC for Kokta, MEC Nomsa Dumengube, is to visit this area this morning. She is coming here with a lot of disaster teams. Some of the teams were dispatched last night. The incidents, unfortunately, they happened in various areas across the province, and especially in the area of eThekwini. There are a number of areas that are impacted upon by this incident. We are here in KwaMashu section, but there's a situation in Tuzuma, there's a situation in Quarry Heights, there's a situation in Inanda. So we are doing everything possible to make sure that we are able to respond and provide emergency support to all the affected citizens.
I remember in 2017, Mabaso, when there were heavy floods that affected the southern part of eThekwini, residents were complaining about the drains that were not cleaned and not serviced. And here again, they are complaining about the same thing. What are we doing to ensure that our drains remain cleaned and proper so that when this situation comes, they are able to take water and avoid this situation?
Well, as you are indicating, of course, there's some element of truth in what the people are saying, but you must understand that this is a disaster incident. You know, when it's flooding, it means the volume of water is higher than usual, normal, and it's something that even the capacity of the storage levels or the drains cannot cope with that volume, with those volumes of water, because it's abnormal rainfalls that we have received. So you must understand that it's an act of God. You can't really control as a human being, but we are doing a lot of work to make sure that we are able to increase the capacity of our drainage systems to be able to absorb water and make sure that we mitigate the impact of flooding. But as I indicated, in a situation where abnormal rains are received, beyond normal rainfalls, there is little that you can do. But as I indicated, our parks department is hard at work. We are clearing all the drains. We are able to assist and make sure that we open the roads. We have been working throughout the night. We have been visiting homes throughout the night. Even councillors' houses in this area, they are flooded. So, but we are doing all we can to make sure that we are able to support and assist the people and mitigate the impact of this disaster. As I indicated, there will be a media briefing that will be addressed by the MEC for Kokta and the councillors to make sure that we give a full picture of what transpired. We know of the situation in Newcastle as well. Indeed, it's been quite a very hectic weekend for all our disaster teams, and we are doing everything we can. We know people are a bit unsatisfied and unhappy because, you know, we are responding to all the incidents, but we ask the people to be patient, to allow our teams, to allow the government to coordinate support. All departments will be here in all these areas, making sure people are able to get their IDs, kids are able to go to school, are being provided with uniforms and all the necessities that they require at this point in time. So we ask our people to work with us, and we are doing everything we can. It's a caring government. It will work with the people, to assist the people. It will be with the people whenever they need support.
Mabaso, just very briefly, I understand that for now you're still trying to get the extent of the damage. We're not sure how many people were affected, but there were halls that were opened to accommodate people. But it looks like it's still raining.
Yes, indeed, the inclement weather is expected to continue. You can see the clouds here. They are still giving a strong indication that we are likely to experience more rainfall. But as I said, we are now over-prepared. All our teams have been summoned. Volunteers have been called in. We are doing everything possible to make sure that we are able to assist. So we have to ensure that even people that didn't eat last night are able to be provided with food. So we are doing everything possible to make sure that we mitigate this particular incident, but not only here, but in all the other affected areas as well.
Okay, thank you so much. That was Lennox Mabaso from Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in KwaZulu-Natal. He's saying that the MEC is coming in the area to assess the situation, and later on they will give the details and the updates.
Thanks very much, Tuba Vilane, out there for us following in the aftermath of the rains. And it seems it's not over yet. And just looking at those roads and drivers trying to navigate, and I wonder about the safety aspect for all those kids who are on the streets as well. We'll catch up with him a little later on.